Hey everyone, Amanda Fitzgerald here, and start that again. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. So welcome. I usually do go live on a Friday night at 8:30, but I'm sneaking in for a Thursday night. So I was going to do some Thursday night lives and show you each week the Advent calendar. However, I don't think it's quite fair to do it anymore because it's sold out. So if you got one, congratulations, awesome. Um, because yeah, it sold out a couple of days ago. So I thought, well, there's no use me opening it and showing you guys when you can't purchase it anymore. So when they say things can sell out, they do. So, and obviously that was the first, well, that's the first crafting advent calendar that I've seen. So it has been popular. And it most certainly has been popular with our join offer. So our join offer at the moment is undoubtedly the best I have ever seen. And a lot of people are saying it is the best that they've ever seen. So it's as low as $60 now. So usually it's $169 to join, but now it's $60 and you get $235 worth of product. So a lot of people, I think, were putting the advent calendar in it. So that join offer is still current. If you have any questions, please let me know, but I will probably mention it during the live as well, because there is another option. You can join for that $169 and you get $344 worth of product. So there's a couple of options there. Lots of people taking opportunity of it, like why not? As I always say, it's a risk-free, no obligation, no lock-in contract. Just get your starter kit order for that great price and give it a go. All right, now let me just get this up on my camera, not my camera, on my Facebook page so that I can see comments. Oops, I had it and lost it, and make sure that I can hear myself. But I think I just heard a sound, so we are definitely live, which is awesome. Okay. So as you jump on, say hello. I like to know who's out there watching. If you're watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay and say hello. I do go back and have a look at the comments as well. So, yeah, but I am using one of the awesome scrapbooking workshop kits. So, and as I was talking about things selling out, these the scrapbooking workshop kits and the card making kits tend to fly out the door as well. So I'm going to have a quick search online, and if you just type in the search bar at the top right hand of your screen, scrapbook, um, just some of the words that you would like to search for, and it's pretty intelligent. It will bring up anything related to your search. So I'm having a look now. One of these kits is in there. It's called the Meant to Be Scrapbooking Workshop. It's $29, reduced from $58. I just saw it flick up. That's amazing. So there's a few scrapbooking workshops there, and this one's available on there as well. So this one's $65. But anyway, I will show you when I put the camera down, but these are awesome. And they say kind of if you treat yourself to one of these a month, you end up with about 36 pages of, sorry, that might be 36 double layouts, because three there's three double page layouts in each kit. So workshop, should I say? They call it a workshop, not a kit. They call it a workshop kit. There you go. I am getting it right. So 3 double layouts by 12 is 36 double layouts. So that's 72 pages to go in. Now we also sell the beautiful black folders in a binder and in the other version. I can't remember what the other version is, like a binder kind of style. Beautiful album. I don't have mine in with me. It's actually in the other room, but really, really nice. So you can put these scrapbook workshop kits in your starter kit order. You can put whatever you want in your starter kit order, as people are. If you've got a long wish list and you've always been thinking, I would love to place an order, if you're thinking of placing an order more than $60, it's worth joining and giving it a go. So it runs for the month of October. So we're halfway through the join offer. So if you want any information, please let me know. All right, now we'll flick the camera around and we'll have a go at this scrapbook workshop. Now, that's okay. All right, we'll zoom in a bit there, and that's looking pretty good. I'll flick back to my, there's a Halloween one there, guys. Actually, I should show you. So, I'm on the website here, and like I say, all I've done is typed up even if you just type up scrapbook, it'll bring all the workshops in. So here's the kit that I'll be working with tonight, but there's many more. Like I say, this one here is reduced down from $58 to $29, so that one's on clearance at the moment. Really, really pretty. So that's a bargain, but yeah, that's a real good buy. There is also a nice Christmas one, which is called Keeping Traditions Workshop. That one is really pretty as well. I don't think the Christmas one I think the Christmas one I did a little bit back has sold out as well. Oh, this is the one I did. This is the Reindeer's Memories Scrapbooking Workshop kit. So this one was really nice as well. Let me see if yeah, there you go. Christmas cheer. So yeah, anyway, you'll see what it's all about. But it's pretty cool. All right, now I'll get it back on Facebook, shall we? And see if anyone's tuning in to watch. All right. Okay. So like I say hello if you're jumping on. So I know if there's anyone out there. All right, yes. So, let's get some light on the situation because it's a bit shadowy. That hopefully takes away some of the shadows, except for me standing here, but that's okay. All right, so scrapbook workshop. I've got a cup of tea here too. Hey Rosemary, you made it. There you go. Rosemary joined the team. Actually, Rosemary came back. She's had a little bit of a break, and so if you let your account lapse, you can always come back. And I always say to people, you know, you don't have to stick around. There's no lock-in contracts, and I just would love you to come back to my team if you've been in my team before. So that's awesome. So welcome back, Rosemary. Hey Nola, how are you? All right, so what was I going to say? Right, Weekend Adventures Scrapbooking Workshop. So it comes in a sleeve, obviously plastic sleeve, with everything you need to create your double page layouts. Now, the other thing too is you have lots left over. So once you make these scrapbook layouts, now you can either copy the instructions and do them exactly the way they have got them, or you can change it up. So if you're an avid scrapbooker and you like to have a go yourself, just use the pieces to how you wish, or kind of copy some of it, but they really are good. It's fully instructional, so it gives you everything you need to do, which we will go into. It also tells you on the front, which I think is really, really handy, if you do want to follow their layout, it tells you exactly what photos to gather. So here it says gather 13 photos in total. And it will also tell you whether they're portrait or landscape. So for project 1, which is this here, you need 3 3x4s, and that's it for that layout there. Yep, project 1. Oh no, sorry, and because I'm thinking there's more pictures on there. And 2 landscape 4x6. Then project 2, 3 3x4s, 1 3x4 landscape, 1 4x6 portrait. Okay, so it tells you exactly. So look, I don't actually get my photos printed like a 3x4. I get all my photos printed 6x4. It's totally up to you. They're telling you what you need to get. I get all my photos printed at 6x4, and then I just cut them down. So I haven't got any photos tonight. I was going to. I actually do print them with a printer I have at home called a Selfie. I just didn't get a chance to do it after work, and yeah, so I thought I'm just going to, and that's what you can do with these scrapbook workshops, is just sit down, relax, and create your pages, and then you can add the photos later. So, or you can print the photos. So it also tells you on the front your materials that you'll need. So it tells you you'll need, clearly, this scrapbook workshop kit, some optional linen thread, some Stampin' Seal, and you could get all of these in a join offer. Why not? You know, so I always think all these people, you know, you see people sharing pictures on Facebook, and I have 10,000 photos on your phone. You know, why not print some and scrap them? And the other thing too is they make great gifts. So you can actually do a layout, put it in a 3D frame, and there's a beautiful gift for Christmas time. And it's personal, you know, so really great idea. So yeah, you can put these scrapbook workshop kits in your join offer as well. So Stampin' Seal, it says you need some dimensionals and a paper trimmer. If you haven't got a paper trimmer, you need one of these beautiful paper trimmers. They are divine. Okay, all right, so I've also got my glue, which I probably won't use it. And I actually do have some, foam adhesive sheets too, that I use very often too, instead of dimensionals, because sometimes I just cut them to whatever I need. All right, hello Alison, how are you? Awesome. Okay, so these are cool. All right, now, so what I normally do, is I'll get myself a little bit organised, is, so we've got all our, so in the kit you obviously have all your cardstock you need, so lots and lots of cardstock. Then you'll have all your die cuts, so all the little pieces to create your pages. So there's those ones there. Then you have your beautiful designer series paper, and like I said, we will have heaps left over. You watch when I start cutting how much I have left over. You can make some pretty awesome cards with these. So there's some of those papers, and then those ones weren't back and front. These ones are like the normal designer series paper, which has the front and the back. So some awesome colours there. And then some more, these are actually stickers. And then the great thing that we're going to use tonight too is if you do, hey Kathleen, how are you? If you don't have your photos straight away, it actually gives you these photo placeholders which you can use. And then once you get your photos, you just stick them straight on there, which is what I'm going to do because I don't have my photos. So we will use those. Oops. And then we've just got the backing. That's interesting stuff, isn't it? All right, which I probably will use that. Okay. All right. So what we do is we open it up, and it says getting started. It has all the instructions, all the cutting guides, everything you need. So gather all your materials, check the orientation below for your cutting guides. This will show you how to cut the paper and keeping your patterns. I very often get my patterns mixed up, but don't worry about it. If you do something wrong, it's no biggie. It's your scrapbook layout. No one's going to know. And even if you try and explain them to them, they're like, what? It still looks good. The light grey pieces on the cutting guide are the project pieces, and the white pieces are your leftover pieces. As you cut the paper label and sort the pieces indicating the cutting guide, creating a stack for each project, which is what we're going to do. Unless otherwise noted, use Stampin' Seal to adhere your pieces. So it actually will tell you when to use dimensionals, which is like your foam 3D, like a 3D mounting tape. All right, so what do we have here first? We're going to grab our cutter, and now it also says on here, it has a little pair of scissors, and that tells you where to cut first. So scissors first cut, and then you've got an asterisk which says use the back of the paper. So once we get to a back of the paper, we will find it out. Now, if you're a person who gets a little bit confused with the instructions, you've also got, so if you go, what is that talking about? You've also got a full photo of the finished project, plus all your measurements on how far in, how far down, and everything like that. So that helps too if you're kind of a little bit, if you kind of look at that and you go, oh, do I want the front or do I want the back? That'll help you out. So let's start, like it says here on this point, let's start cutting the paper and sorting it into our projects. So we pick our first piece up, which it is saying this piece here. So it's saying this is the front and this is the back. Okay. Now, if I just quickly look at that project, you can actually see that this paper, like that, is the bigger piece, and then the back is running horizontal. So I'm going to try and make sure that my back, which is showing, is horizontal, because this one doesn't matter about which way, whereas this side does. So we will start. So our first one, now I did get a pencil. You will need a pencil. It doesn't tell you on that, but you'll need a pencil, which I'm sure you'll have one there close by. So your first cut will be, now the great thing about this trimmer is it does have a little extendable arm. So you've got your measurements up there. Now you have got metric and you have got imperial. So you've got centimetres and inches. I actually have, this is actually my other, I don't know, this is my second trimmer. I must have put my other trimmer away. Let me just show you, because that's probably this one, right? Can I get it? Yep. Hang on a minute there. So, it actually comes with a imperial inch guide down here. You can actually purchase a metric one. Okay, so that means you can actually go down and have measurements along the side here too. And then you have a cutting blade and a scoring blade. Alright, so I'll put that one in there now. For some reason I've done swapsies. Okay, so then our first cut is going to be 6 inch. And our first cut yours. Oh, I hope I'm right. There you go, I'm done. So there's our first piece. And on the sheet here, it says 6 by 11 inch. Now it does do it all in imperial, but it's not all that hard. I'm hopeless with imperial, so if I find it not that hard, it's not that hard. Then we flip it the other way because it's 6 by 11 inch. So we'll put it down to 11 and we will cut that one off there. So that straight up is spare to make either another scrapbook page or a card. That's what I'm trying to say, a card. So what I'll do is I'm going to put them straight back in to my little plastic sleeve here. Actually, I'm going to get this here, put that in there, and all my extras are going to go in there. So that's our first page. Now, it actually says that's 1A, so that means it's project 1A. And it's the front, so it doesn't have an asterisk. So on the back, because I know I'm going to use the front, on the back, I will write 1A. And then I'll have my one, so I'm going to have a pile for each. 1, 2, 3. So project 1, 2, 3. So I put my project 1 over to that side. And then with this other sheet here, it says we want to cut it at 4.5 inch. And that is spare. You get heaps spare. So we put that in our spare box, spare pile. So 4.5 inch by 11. So we chop that, we have leftover, and then that one tells us that that 4.5 inch by 11 is 1E. So again, it's project 1E. And then that goes in our pile. So now I've got 2 in my pile. All right, so that's the first one. Our next sheet is exactly the same piece of designer series paper, but they want us to use this for the front, and then the back is what we were cutting before. So our first one here is 1/2 inch. So we put this in here, and we're going to cut. Now I'm just going to have a quick look at my pictures here. Yeah. Okay. We're going to cut 1/2 inch. So now sometimes to cut 1/2 inch is easier to go over this side. So here's our 1/2. So you've got 1 1/2 over here and about 4 centimeters. So we're going to go 1/2 inch to there and chop that one. So that's 1/2 inch, and we want it by 11 again. So we put it back up here. Whoops, back here. Get that one out of the way. Measure that to 11. Now you probably can't see my cutting. Let's see if I can go a little bit down a little bit. Yeah. So that's 11, and we'll chop that piece. I was going to do a bit of cutting ahead of time, but I wanted to show you guys how to do it. So anyway, we will do it. So that's that one there, and they're telling us that that is, now we're going to write on this piece because this is 1B. So that's still in our number 1 pile. And then our next one is another 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take it from the same side again, so 1/2 inch again. So 1/2 inch, and that one is also by 11. Has anyone got this kit? Is anyone crafting tonight? I'm a little bit earlier than usual as well. So we will write 1 F on that. Oh, so what I should be doing, no, it's okay. Yeah, so we write 1 F on that one. Like that. And then we've got another piece there, which we're going to cut at 1 inch. So again, that still might be easier to cut this way. So we're going to go 1 inch. Now, if you did cut your piece the wrong way, and believe me, I probably will do it tonight, it doesn't matter because it's still going to look good. So that's our 1 inch, and then it's by 3 inch. I'd say 1 by 3. Yep. So we're going to go. So we're going to have 1, and then another one at 3 inch. So that piece that we got then. So you can actually see from this 12 by 12, that was a 12 by 12, we're actually only using that little bit there. So you have all that left over. So we'll put that in the leftover pile. So these ones are 3H, 3H. So we've got another 3 pile happening now. So I will have that over here. Number 3. I should have number 2 over there, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's put number 3 over here. Right, that's number 3. Okay, now we'll flip over, and we've got some greens happening now. So we want that piece there, and if you look really closely, it's running horizontal because it looks like, we'll have another look, we'll get on and tell a lie, lucky I'll catch that because it is actually running that way. And actually, if you look at it, they're Christmas trees, so you probably want your Christmas trees standing up. So that's what always helps to have a look at have a look at your actual finished projects. All right, so facing up, our first one's going to be, our first cut is 3 1/4. By 11. So there's our little piece left over. And this one we want to use the back. So we're going to turn it over. Oh, so we're not going to turn it over because we want to use the back. So we're going to write on it 2, oh, not, I said 2 and wrote 3. 2A. I'll do an asterisk, but I know because I've written on that which one I'm going to use. So this is our pile 2. So I'll get my pile 2, which is going to be over here. Okay. And then we're going to cut another one at 8 inch. That's a little bit left over again. 8 inch by 3 1/4. So that piece like that. So all of this is left over as well. And then this is 2B. And we're using the front, so we're going to write on the back 2B. Now, because I'm using a pencil, if I write on the wrong side, we just rub it out. So that's easy as well. So that's a 2. Then we'll get another piece of that, which is this one here. And the first cut is actually quite large, so we're going right across 11 inch. So you can see where the scissors are here, the whole piece to 11 inch. So we'll go here. And we will cut that at 11 inch, and this is the front side, so we're going to write on the back 2E. And again, if we take reference of our pictures, this probably is going to be this piece here, so that's okay. So 2E, so 2's got quite big, so I'm going to have to find that place for 2. There we go. Alright, then we've got this little piece at the end. We're using all of this designer service paper this time. So it's 1 inch, then we've already, obviously, because we cut 11 off, and then we want them in 3 inch cuts. So we go, oops, 1, 2, and 3. And that little bit, oh no, we want all of them. We want all of them. So they're all going to be on the back. So this is 3P. This one is 3F. This one is 3D, and this one is 3B. So again, I'm just copying that straight off my cutting guide. 3B, 3B. Okay, so then we come to our next one, which is our blue. So it's our blue with our things on the back. Some shoe prints, some doggies, some little cups. That's pretty cool. It's like the little steel cups that you have when you go camping. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. All right, so with this one here, our first cut is on the front. Yep, is on the front, and it is 1 inch. So again, I'm going to do it this way and take 1 inch off there. So then for that piece, that one's going to be cut into 3 inch pieces as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And they're all going to be used. So this one is 3C. This one is 3G, 3Q, 3E. And this is really relaxing to do, actually. Like here I am, all you're hearing is my voice, my voice, my voice. But when you actually sit down and do this by yourself, it's really relaxing. So then we go 9 inch. So we're going to cut a piece at 9 inch. And then that one is going to be cut at 10 inch. So that one's going to go to there. And I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but we will figure it out as we go along. So that piece, yep, I'm sure it'll fit in somewhere. Yep. Okay. So that one is 2F. So that's our, oh, that's not a 2 down here. I'll put that one down there. And that's 2F. And then with this other piece, it's going to be another 1 inch. So we'll chop that one there. So that's 1 inch. This piece is going to be left over. So you get lots of pieces left over. Like a beautiful party there. And then 10 inch. And that piece is left over as well. And that piece is 2C. Okay, our next one is again that blue and that one. So this one is actually telling you to diagonally cut it. So in your paper trimmer, I've never cut a whole piece like this. Wow. What doesn't fit in my paper trimmer? Any ideas? You will need a ruler and scissors for this cut. scissors down the bottom. You will need a ruler and scissors for this cut. You know what I would do? I would fold it. Hang on, let me just move this out of the way. I'm going to fold it. Because that I know is going to give me a perfect centre. I will grab my bone folder. Hey Martha, I'll grab my bone folder. Well, hopefully Matthew you found that virtual class. So Stampin' Up are doing a virtual class and it's on the Traditions of Christmas paper suite of products, I should say. Obviously there's not enough time to buy those products, but the class is there. So it's about $50 for about a 2.5 hour class. So you just purchase it online on the Stampin' Up website through me. Or you log on and hopefully you want to shop with me, select me as your demonstrator, and I can help you out with that. And any questions, I'd love to support you. But they will then send you an email. Once you purchase it online, they'll send you an email. They'll add you to a private Facebook group just for that card class, and then it will go live. I've purchased it. It's going, to join the live class, and it's virtual, like I say, and it's Facebook, so that's even easier. You don't even have to worry about Zoom. It's going live on the 24th of October. It is 7 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, which is quite early, but you don't have to watch it live. I'm not going to be able to watch it all live myself because of school drop-off, but you can watch it then on demand. Like, it will be there for you to stop and replay and rewind, but there's going to be some beautiful cards made with it. I don't think I have my catalogue there because I think I've been using it. Anyway, have a look at the Traditions of Christmas if you haven't seen those products. They are gorgeous, and that's what they're doing it with. Alright, now let's get back to here. And then I guess, yes, I can cut it now because I know exactly where the cut should be. So then we're just going to gently cut along that line. And I really can see that line now because I've scored it. I'm not used to cutting when you've got a trimmer. Trimmers are beautiful. So easy. Alright, so we've got that piece. Now where does this piece live? Oh, it's going to be here. So we want to use, it's going to be this one here. See how I can just match that up with that if I'm a little bit confused? There's the picture. And I'm just matching it up. So this piece will be additional. You could make another scrapbook page easy with that. And then we will get our pencil back and mark that as 3K. Now where's my pen? Over here. So that's that there. We'll grab our trimmer back. So that's that. We're nearly at the end of our cutting. Okay, our next is our dark and light, very vanilla two-tone cardstock. Now our two-tone cardstocks are awesome. They are fairly newly introduced to Stampin' Up, and they're great for scrapbooking. So these are them here, and this is in the very vanilla. They have a darker side and a lighter side. So can you see that? So you can see the difference. So it's saying we need one of these, and we want to use it on the darker side. So on the darker side, we're then going to cut this at 4 1/4, like that. Get my pencil. 4 1/4, and then the first one will be 3 1/4. So I'm going to mark these as I go. So this is 3 1/4. So this will be 1G. And then your next one will be 3 1/4. And that one will be 1H. and then I would assume 3 1/4 again. And this one would be 1. I don't know whether it's I or L, but I'm just going to do a stroke because I'm not sure. And then that piece is left over. Yep. Okay, then our next cut. So that was our first cut. And then our next cut is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So we do 6 1/4, which is there. And that piece is left over. 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And then 4 1/4 again. And that piece is left over. So if we flip these over, we're going to have 1C and 1D. So these are all going in this pile over here. Then we grab another one on the dark side. Going to the dark side, guys. And this is 4 1/4 is our first cut. And then we're going to cut that one at 3 1/4. And that one is going to be 2G. And then we're going to cut another one at 8 1/4. And that one's going to be 3L. Then we're going to grab that piece back again and we're going to do 4 1/4 again. 4 1/4, and then we're going to do 3 1/4 3 times again. So that's 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 1/4. And that bit's left over. So we're going to turn them all over and we're going to have 2H, 2L, and 2J. And I've put them in the wrong pile because that's all number 1 pile. I mean, that's a lot going in that pile. So they are going to be all, we'll switch them all to number 2. Okay, our next one again is another very vanilla 2-tone cardstock. And our first cut is going to be 5 inch. By 7 inch. Now you guys will have to tell me as you're watching this, 5 by 7, it's not easy when I talk as well. Would you prefer to see me doing all this cutting? Would you rather me cut offline, if it's better, rather than seeing all of it? Do you maybe just see half of it? Let me know in the comments, because I never know. So that piece is left over, so we'll put that over there. And then the next part, they're saying that they want you to go across 5. They want you to go across 5 1/4. So if we use this as a guide, so they want you to go across 5 1/4. Well, yeah, this way, 5 1/4, like that, and mark it. And then they want you on the other side to go across 2 1/4. So from here, 2 1/4. So they kind of want you to then cut diagonally, which again, we're not going to be able to cut diagonally in here. So, and I don't have a ruler. So think on your feet, Amanda. Oh, I've got a piece of cardstock. So it's going to go from there down. Like that. Amanda's never perfect, but you don't have to be like this more. So this time we're going to have to cut it because I can't fold that one. Oops. So we will cut that one. Now again, because I've done this in pencil, if I've done that pencil line on the wrong side, I would just rub it out. So if we go back to this piece, it wants the 5. So this piece is left over. It wants the 5 1/4 down to the 2 1/4 at the bottom. And it wants it on the dark side, of course, so all that will have to be rubbed out. But we can figure that out after. You might find in the scrapbook layout that it's hidden as well, so you don't even have to. So I won't worry about rubbing it out until we have a look where it goes. So it is 3A. So we'll put that up. A. We'll put that over there. Okay. And then our last one is the misty moonlight. So we've got a misty moonlight in here. So again, see the difference? They're really nice, even for card making, because you've got a darker side and a lighter side. So you can kind of mix it up. Okay, so this one is going to be 4 1/4 on the dark side. So we go for, and even if you've got the dark, if you use light instead of dark, it wouldn't matter. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Like that. And that one is 2D. 2D. And that is left over, and so is all of that. So you've got lots of, see the variation there? So the dark and the light. Okay. I think that's all left over. And our lucky last one is Old Olive. So we've got our Old Olive 2-tone cardstock there. And this one is your first cut will be 6 1/4. By 4 1/4. And 2 of those. So we're going to go, oops, that's my scorer. 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. So then we'll flip them over, and that one will be 3M and 3J. And then that other piece that we had there was 4 1/4, wasn't it, no? So the next piece we want is 4 1/4. Because it was 6 1/4, wasn't it? Okay, so we want it this way, 4 1/4. I'll just get it out for a second. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And that's all left over, and that's left over as well. That's okay. So that's all our cutting done. We'll just mark this one as 3-0. And I might have done that one on the wrong side, but we'll see. Okay, because I think it's back. And it's the dark side. Okay, so that's all the cutting. So when you look through your pages, that's all the cutting. And then when we go to page 6, it starts to show you how to do your layout. So if we shut our and then we have a little drink. What do you think? So it says prepare for both pages. Adhere photos 1C. So yeah, what it's saying is adhere your photos. So 1C. So we need 1C, 1D, 1G, and 1H, and 1L. So it says adhere your photos using Stampin' Seal. So this is where I have my photos over here. And these ones are going to go landscape. So we would turn that over, and if you had your photos printed, you just stick it straight on there. So I'll grab my Stampin' Seal and we'll pretend this is a photo, and we just run our Stampin' Seal on the back there and place our photo on there, and that would be our first photo. And see how that matches here? So that's our 6 by 4x6 on landscape. And then we'll do another one, which is 4x6. Just like that. So that's our 2 photos there. And then it's saying prepare all of them. So then you've got, are these all the same size? Oops. Yep. So these ones would be, I would say, your 3x4. Now I have to remember. So project one had 3 portrait 3x4s. So portrait means this way, because landscape is this way. Okay, so then we get these ones and we wax some Stampin' Up on them, turn them over to the darker side, and so what that will actually give you is when you put your photo on, you've got a nice little border. Oh, it's finished. Okay. I pulled that out and I thought, is that close or is it just starting? I don't know. Now, instead of buying a refill, guys, for my Stampin' Seal last order, I ordered a full one. So you can order replacements, just the inside, but I ordered the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Whoops, that was a bit sticky. And then we'll just run that along there. Whoops, and sometimes it's a little bit tricky to start off. There we go. Okay. And then adhere that one. Now I've got sticky hands. One. And whoops. So all that writing that I did, I don't have to worry about because it's on the back. But like I say, if you've accidentally, oh, these are all portrait. If you've done it the wrong way, it doesn't matter. You just rub it out. So we've got all our photos prepared now. So they said on the, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got our 5 photos there. So I'll put them up here. And then it says cut a 12-inch piece of linen thread and tie in a bow. Okay, so I've got my linen thread. Now I bought my one that was running out. So if you wanted to use, now this is optional, you don't have to use your linen thread. So I'm just going to use my glass mat here because up the top it has my measurement of 12 inch. So I would cut that at 12 inch. I actually can't see what the bow is. So I wasn't expecting that. Oh, it's down here. Is it? Nope, just the one. So then with our big, I love twine. So easy to do a bow. So we just go like that. And I shouldn't have said that because I won't be able to tell a bow now, will I? That usually is so easy. Okay, hold on. I just jinxed myself. Okay. Right, there we go. Now, there's our bow. Okay, so we'll put that one aside. And then to assemble, use exclusive light wood grain paper for the base page. So you can see the paper you're grabbing. So it's very pretty. And it's saying exclusive because you can only get this paper in the kit. Isn't it pretty? So we get that one. And it says adhere 1A and 1B to the base page. So that's 1B. And that is 1A and 1B. Now let me find 1B. 1B. So 1A, 1B. So you can see on here that our 1A is this one here. That's our 1A. And then our 1B, so 1A is here, this one here. 1B is down the side here. So now, if you want to be perfect, you can grab a ruler because it tells you to have a ruler. Now, where is my ruler? There we go, because I'm not a perfect. But if you wanted to, it's telling you it's 3 inch in. Actually, you can use your glass mat very interesting actually. If you put your glass mat in here, and I can see, this is even easier than my ruler. So I can see there's my 3-inch mark. Hang on, no, here's my 3-inch mark right here, because that's 3.5. Hang on, yeah, no, that's 3.5. Yeah, so it's about here. It's about there. And then our other piece is going over this side. Like that. Now what you could do is you could lay it all down, you can stick it as you go, whatever takes your fancy. And then it says adhere or a little, yep. Maybe we should adhere then. Okay, let's adhere then. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there. So go like that. Now, because I'm using, now it's saying that it's about 1 3/4 down. So here's my 1, and it's about, I reckon it's about there. I like that there. Yeah. Like that. And then we've got to just tuck this piece in here. So I will just put a little bit on this. I'm not going to run it all the way down, just a little bit of sticky here and there, because it's going to be tucked underneath. So if we just tuck that underneath. There we go, because all our other pieces are going to hold it as well. So that's that there. And then it says, so that's adhere 1A and 1B, it's the base page. Adhere prepared 1C and 1D. Now I'm pretty sure they are our photos, 1C and 1D. So it wants to adhere this one. So it's showing you 1C. And it's saying it's about 3-inch in. So that is about, actually where I've laid that is about right. So it's 3-inch in and 1 3/4 down. So 1 and about 3/4 down. So it's about there. Yeah, and then the next one is just directly underneath. So that one will just go there like that. So, and it doesn't say to pop them up, so I'm just going to leave them flat. So we'll just grab some seal there. I don't use a lot of seal because it's not as if it's going to be moved all the time, and other things are going to stick over it as well. So like that and like that. A little bit more. Yeah. And just like that. So adhered one, and then embellish with die cuts and stickers as shown using Stampin' Dimensionals on some of the pieces, and then add your journaling. So your journaling is obviously here. So then you go to your, now you'll have to let me know, guys, do you want to see me do another one, or are you good? Or would, I was going to say, or would you like me to make a card with that, but I haven't got the card stock in here, so I can't make a card. All in my other room. Now on the back of here, really helpful, they have all the project numbers. So we need project 1 all out, which we should have done before, but this is, so project 1, project 1, project 1, project 1, project 1, and then there's some more project 1s over here. This makes it so easy. Project 1, and I think that's it. So that's it for that one. The stickers don't have the things on the back. So we'll go to this other sheet and we'll look at the project 1. So we've got project 1 here. project 1. So I'd go through and pop all these out and place them on your piles as well. Project 1. Project 1. And last one for project 1. But we might need some stickers as well. So if we forget one, we'll go find it. So if we just flick all of them over, they might look a bit more like a page. So we've got a, oh, that's not for this, must be for the other page. So I'll put that one over there. We're going to use a star. So we're going to use a star. Then we're going to use, they're all stickers. We're going to use this one here, a star, this one. There's lots of stickers in this. Actually, we might just start building it with the stickers. That might make more sense. So, I don't know whether you can see. Let me just push these aside if I can. There we go. So you can see here, we're going to use this Wonder Repeat. So here it is here. So if we take that one off, and then, so this one will go, again, it tells you if you want your measurements, or actually it doesn't tell you your measurements of the stickers, but you definitely can see where it goes. So it's going right here, so the point on there, and that's going to be stuck. Oh, let me see if I can get that off. So what I'm going to do is, because I haven't got my photos. Now, if you had your photos, you could just stick that straight over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that back on the sticker sheet. There's always a way. And instead of using the stickers like stickers, but you might need to know this if you're not doing it straight up the If only I had time to print my photos, because I did have some photos I wanted to use. Because my son and husband have been doing a lot of writing, so I wanted to use those. But clearly I'm not going to be able to finish my page, so I'll just cut that sticker out so I can put it on there. And then it's going to be a star. So what I would actually do with these, actually, you know what I will do? I'm going to actually just chop that off a little bit more, because you can just see the sticker sheet. What I'm going to do is make sure I can't see the sticker sheet. And you could even do this if you wanted to do this. So, just grab this one here. I am very hot. I don't know whether the guys have got the air conditioner on, but I'm very hot. So we can choose to use dimensionals on this, or, like I said, I like my foam adhesive sheet. So I would cut the foam adhesive sheet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it, and I'll probably cut that a bit too wide, straight up, stick a glue dot on there, and that will, surely that's okay. Oh, you've lost me. Have you got me back? Can you hear me still? Oh. Have you got back, everyone? Can you hear me? Yeah, so I'm not sure. I was asking whether our glue, I make these glue holders, by the way. So these are $12 each. Yeah, so I make these glue holders, if you're interested in one, but I don't know how the multi-liquid glue is on scrapbook pages, so let me know. All right, so that's that there. Then Now on the other side it's got these little things. Now I might not be able to do these because they are going to definitely go on my photo. So yeah, they're going to go on your photo like that. I can't do them ones. I should be able to do the Explore. So the next sticker we need is this one that says Explore. So we'll see how we go cutting that one out. It's definitely a bit slower, but it might have been handy to know what I'm doing now, or you may never need to fix it, because you might be organised and have your photos already. You're back. Yeah, I was starting to say, I don't know whether we can use our multi-purpose glue on our pages, I'm not sure. So we need our Explore, and then Time to Play, which is another sticker, of course. Actually, I might be able to get away with that. No, let's cut it. Time to Play. I am absolutely roasting those. Time to Play. And then we have our little banner. We have our, now that one's going to be a bit more difficult. So that's okay. What we'll do is, this one's a sticker and it says, what a view. Now this is going to go on here. I think I can make this happen. And this is going to go under here. Yep. Time to Play. And then we have the little banner, which is going to go under there. So I'm just building my little cluster. And then I'll just show you. I'm going to have to just leave them there. So building our little cluster. Oh, and it's more stickers. Of course it is. So we've got this one here, this sticker here, which is going under this one, like that. And then we want a black one, which is over here, I'd say. Our little black one. And our little brown one. Which one's the brown one? I think it's this one here. I think it's this one. So that's going directly under there, actually. So I'll put a little bit of tape on there. And I'm just going to do it from the other side. And that's going on there like that. Like that. And then we've got one more, which is, I think this one. I think. Yeah. Like that. Look at that little cluster. And then that's going on there. So again, I may be able to do it because it's just sticky over there. So if I kind of stick that down, I'll have to stick it properly and I still can get my photo underneath there. So I'm still going to be able to get my photo underneath. But there is a finished layout. So you're going to have these two coming off your photo. What do you think? I think it's awesome. I'm probably going to use them. I'm probably going to use them definitely as stickers. So, hey Lisa, how are you? I can see them here, right? I asked Lisa the other day, is it with an E or is it with an A? And it is Lisa. I was just wondering whether I was pronouncing it right, but I am. Okay, so that's one page layout. Should we do the other one? Let's give the other one a go. So again, it's with the grain paper. So this is where you're going to have this one and this one. So how beautiful is the paper? So we'll put that one over there. Oh, now I usually always have my second page layout with it because usually it's at the same heights and that you do things. So it's project 1 again. So we're going to have this piece here, and it says that it's coming in at 3 1/8, or sorry, from the other side, which helps a bit more. If you put it on your glass mat again, it would come in 4 inches. So again, to here. So that one would be about there. And I would just centre it. Again, it tells you where to put it, but I would just centre that there. So we'll get some tape, like that. And we will go about the centre at about that 4 inch. And then, if you get your other page, it will be very similar. Similar, maybe not perfect, but who's going to notice that on the eye? And then you need your other little piece that's going to go on this side. So then you've got your balance of like your patchwork, and then your lines and your lines on your other side. It's a bit hard to see that, isn't it? But you've got your patchwork and then your lines and your lines on the other side. Okay. So that one again will be tucked underneath. So we'll just put a little bit of yeah, I did do that one a bit closer, but it's alright, we can make it happen. There we go. So that's that. So using the exclusive paper, and add here 1E. So these are all these ones. Oh no, hang on. Oh, that's 1E. Sorry, 1E and 1F for the base. And then add here your prepared 1G, 1H and 1L. So that's going to be these here. So then it's kind of saying on our layout here that this one's going to go about there. This one's going to go about there. And of course, they're going to go on top of each other. So I'm not going to finish it off because, yes, this is a scrapbook kit. It sure is. So that's the, and I've just shown how much is left over that you can create with later. Make cards or even more scrapbook pages. So it's really worth it. So it says here, don't use adhesive along the right hand side of H, 1H, and the left side of 1L. Other pieces will be placed behind them. Embellish with linen thread bow stickers and die cuts as shown, placing some pieces under 1H. So yeah, you can actually, so really this one's going to go over here, over your photo, the star. And again, you can do whatever you want. Or you follow the kit, because that's the whole idea of buying the kit, isn't it? And then this is where it's saying, so under here, it wants to put this one here, followed by this one here, and then this one. Oh, there's probably one here that says love. Oh no, this one. So this is going to go on here, and then on there is a sticker that says love. So that's a sticker. And then you can just go love, like that. And then you've got a sticker that says, wherever it is. No, maybe it's not a sticker. Maybe it's this. No? There we go. It's the Great Outdoors. So that's going to go over photos again. So the Great Outdoors. And then over this side you've got a banner that goes under this photo. and another banner that goes under here. Banner. Then you've got this one, time is precious, waste it wisely. So that would go down here. And then you've got another piece here that you would leave as underneath there, which you would write on. And then you've got, oh, I forgot this from the other page. I don't remember seeing it. This actually went on this page, sorry. What I'll do is I will get my little printer out, my selfie printer out, and I will finish these off. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow, because I'm on day off tomorrow. Yeah, so you get the gist. And I will definitely show you where I end up. What do you think? I don't know whether I can... Oh, there's definitely something on my screen. I'm running out of battery, guys. Do I have my charger? Probably not. No. Okay. Anyway, there's the scrapbook layout. And I will finish it off. But that kit makes all those layouts right there. So they look pretty cool. I don't know what you think. I love this one. I think it's great for a family or anyone, like you always do something outdoors, whether it be gardening or bike riding or camping or bushwalking or going to the park, simply going to the park. So many options that you could use this for. All right, well, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to keep on scrapping, and hopefully I can show you a finished page soon. Catch you later. Bye.